I found a pathway for you to get your QTS in 21 days. Yes, you heard me right, in 21 days. If you're a teacher back in your home country, or perhaps you're a teacher but on a master's or PhD and you want to teach in the UK, watch this video till the end. I'm going to show you the pathway you choose to get your QTS, qualified teacher's status, in 21 days. Remember, without your QTS, you cannot teach in the UK. So just watch this video to the end, because I'm going to share the documents you need to gather so that you can take action as soon as possible. If you're meeting me for the first time, my name is Cynthia. I share information that will help your transition abroad to be as smooth as possible. I share information about working, studying, or settling down in the UK, US, or Canada. If any of these countries interest you, subscribe to this channel, hit on the notification bell so that each time I drop a new video, you know it's time to watch Cynthia Academy. And to my returning subscribers, I see you. Thank you so much for your love and support. Please share this video with your family and friends that need it. It's very important that you don't hoard information. Many people are in distress right now and they're looking for a good pathway to settle abroad. And this is just a fantastic opportunity for you. Remember that what many educational agencies and schools are looking for is, do you have a QTS? Because the UK is in need of teachers. So please grab your pen and your paper and get ready to write down these things I'm going to share with you. Now, how can you get your QTS in 21 days? Let me show you a way you can do it. The link is going to be in the description box so that you can go through what I have to share here. Is by applying through Wales. Remember that QTS in Wales is still accepted in England. Do you understand? So the only thing you have to do is you have to go to the professional body in England to verify your QTS, and before you start, teaching and getting a job and all that. So, and it's also very important for you to note that the QTS you get from England is still accepted in Wales, but that of England is taking up to 12 months for them to verify it and issue you your QTS, while that of Wales is just 21 days. So why not try this pathway? Someone in England got her QTS from Wales, but someone that has applied previously has not gotten theirs till now. So I feel it's very important that you note what things you need to provide to submit your application, and it's very straightforward. They do not charge you for anything. The only thing you're going to pay for is your letter of comparability, and that is something you're going to check out, is NARIC ECCTIS, as well as your police clearance. Apart from that, you're good to go. Now, if you want to teach in England or Wales, it's time to write this down. Now, the first thing you're going to provide is your teacher's qualification certificate. So it's maybe your B.Ed, that's Bachelor's in Education, with your PGCE or your PGDE. Now, you also need to provide your transcript for those qualifications that you already have. So that's the second document you have to provide. The next one you're going to provide is a statement of comparability. That's the UK NARIC or ECCTIS. You pay for that online and they will compare your document to say that is equivalent to that of the UK university degree. And then when you receive that, the next thing you're going to get is a letter of professional recognition from an appropriate teaching authority in your country. I don't know which country you are in, but if you're from Nigeria, our body is TRCN, like your TRCN license. The fifth thing you need to provide is a reference letter from your last school where you were employed. And in that reference letter, it's very important that they comment on the length of your service and your teaching ability. Now, what does this mean? It means that if you don't have this, it might disqualify you. So whenever you're asking someone to provide a reference letter for you, make sure that they comment on these things, or less your qualification might not be approved. So it's very important that you pay attention to these details. Now, the next thing you need to provide is evidence that you are seeking work in Wales. And that's the major difference between applying through to get your QTS from England and from Wales. In England, they will ask you for this evidence that you are seeking work in Wales. Now, correspondence from a prospective employer or supply agency. And how I will go about this is to reach out to a supply agency. I'm talking about an educational agency, and I would just say, I'm interested in teaching in Wales. Please, can you give me this evidence because I'm seeking job through you. You go through their registration, you provide them with anything they ask you to provide, and perhaps they'll prepare a letter for you. Now, another thing you can do is to reach out to schools directly, and any correspondence you have with that particular school, you can provide it as evidence. I feel this could actually serve if you do it the right way. Now, another thing is evidence of nationality. ID is ideal for you to provide your passport and your birth certificate, but they want something that has your identity on it and date of birth on it. So I think this is good. And next is criminal record, which I feel you can get your police clearance. That one you have to pay for if you are back in Nigeria or Ghana or Cameroon or any other country that you are in and you want to apply to teach in the UK. You should just get a police clearance. And next thing is evidence of change of name. Maybe you got married and you changed your name. You have to provide that evidence. Now, when you've prepared all your application, the next thing you're going to do is just submit it and wait. Make sure you go through everything, that everything is in line, and then you submit it and you wait. And then 21 days you get your QTS. Well, that's just amazing. And remember that with QTS, you cannot just teach only in the UK. Oh my goodness, you can teach in many other countries. It's widely accepted. There's somebody that is undergoing a QTS training right now in Nigeria, and when they had their induction and they brought people that had passed through the program, he said that more than 90% of them were teaching in other countries, in Singapore, in China. So this is something that I feel, if you're interested in teaching, why not go through this pathway? If you're a teacher in your home country, why not go through this pathway? Another thing you need to understand about this is that when it comes to England will not ask you for NARIC or ECCTIS. They won't ask you for it. They will do it themselves. That is the letter of comparability. They will do it themselves. So you don't have to worry about that. But for England, it takes up to 12 months to get yours approved. So why don't you start planning now? If you have not completed 9 months in teaching, that is post the time you got your TRCN license. Just work and keep, being in that employment path. Remember that they will not accept anything that is part-time. They want 40 hours of full work since you got your license. So it's not before you got your license, but the time that is going to count towards is since you got your license. So get ready to provide such evidence. And I'll see you in Wales. And perhaps when you get your QTS in Wales, if you decide that you want to relocate to England, it won't be so difficult. You just have to submit your QTS qualification to the educational body which handles everything that has to do with teachers and trainee teachers in the UK, which is Teacher Regulation Education. That's TRE. While that for Wales is Education Chancellor for Wales. So I'm going to put the link in the description box for you to go through it. Just something I noticed that for England, they prefer people in sciences. However, if you want to teach in Wales and get your QTS from outside, that's as an overseas teacher, you do not need only sciences. You can get it if you taught English. So just prepare yourself. I wish you the best. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.